We left Brother Doyle in the trunk when we left. Oh no.
Oh.
Welcome to the helicopter, rolling in my back. Rolling in the snow that fell out of the zodiac. I've been for visions I cannot put into words. I'm crippled by the weight of carrying this curse. Tell me, there's a way out. Saw the jester dancing in the corner of my eye. Let the puppet master so it sinks into my mind. Read the cards and I saw judgment pouring from my head. Saw the tallest mountain so I could ask a wiser man. But tell me, it's the way out. Sharpening the knife. Is he waiting in another realm? Is he already here? Might have come to warn you that the witching hour's near. It's the winter. Tell me, it's the winter.
It's a double star day out there today. Super golden. I'm Sister Candy.
And I'm Brother Doyle. It's wonderful to be out of these costumes we usually wear, and we're being ourselves at last.
It is Be Yourself Day here at the Church of Roswell, where all of us can shed our skin and show everyone the scaly, slimy realness underneath it all. We are so pleased to have you with us today, and we have an excellent holiday program prepared for you. One moment as Brother Doyle reattaches his face, it was extremely entertaining to watch all of the interesting little adhesive that you had in your beard kind of surface during our performance.
Well, the thing is, maybe this isn't our face, and maybe under this face, there's another face under this face.
But we're trying to be ourselves as much as we can. But of course, we're just normal human beings like everybody else.
Just normal people. That's why we're setting up our own set.
Yes. So we can afford it.
Okay.
Okay, so we do have, as promised, the Halloween costumes and participation of all of our friends. It's very exciting today. So,
Are we sitting close enough together? Brother Adams.
Yes, you are.
How wonderful.
wonderful.
I don't
Wonderful.
particularly like to sit this close to you, so it's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate for both of us. So, who would like to start? Would you like to start? Or would I like to
Well, I have some photos of some of our fans.
Oh, wonderful. Excellent.
Here we have. Can you see this? I fear the sun, which is just
No.
nothing more than
I fear the sun.
I fear the sun. This is at Bleaves, and it looks like they are also in a similar costume to ourselves. And this
Yes.
is a reptilian extraterrestrial costume. How lovely!
It's a beautiful costume. Now, I have something really beautiful. This is Deacon Naylor
Oh,
dressed up as a tiny little fire hydrant with a giant lamb generously licking under his, I guess you'd say that was his armpit there.
lamb! How lovely!
Beautiful,
What
yeah.
an interesting
Interesting
accessory
costume.
Deacon Naylor chose.
Yeah. What do you got next?
Well, I have our wonderful friend, Brother Dan Carey here,
Brother Dan Carey.
dressed as my ex-husband.
Yeah, he was a boy.
How lovely is
Does look
this?
like it. Let's see what we got next.
Stupendous.
We have a traffic policeman, I believe, with a little triangle, and that's Wes White.
Oh,
Wes, Brother Wes.
Brother Wes.
Yeah.
How lovely.
Good one.
Here we have something very exciting, Brother Doyle. This is the first sighting of a Church of Roswell festive costume. And here we have Sister Candy and Brother Doyle. And then in the back, you see Randy.
That's little Randy back
Little
there.
Randy. How is little Randy? What's the update?
Randy's great. He's out of the juvenile detention home that he found himself in, unfortunately, due to mind control. And
That's actually how he got out of the juvenile detention center, was also mind control.
I'll tell you a little story about what happened with Randy. Oops, my face.
Oh.
A little story that happened with Randy. He was minding his own business in the juvenile detention ward. The nurse locked him into the cell with no food.
Oh,
Which-
he doesn't require
He doesn't require food anyway. What he did is he used his mind control. It said to the nurse, "Open up the door." So he opened up the door. Then he saw a little window. He said, he said he did mind control on the window, actually. So the window opened up at his bidding. He jumped out the window, jumped into an ambulance. He turned the ambulance on with his mind, and I mean turned the engine on. He didn't make the ambulance feel very good. So he turned it on with his mind. Then he drove the ambulance 4 times into a car that was parked there. It was a Porsche. And then he pulled out again, and then he just drove down the street. And we haven't seen anything of him, although,
That is phenomenal.
yeah, it was pretty
Phenomenal,
until
Randy.
now.
Excellent.
Yeah. We're looking for you, Randy.
We
Wherever you
are.
are, you've always got friends with us. We're not going to judge you for all of the bad things that you've done.
Lord knows we've done worse. Under the badger's wing.
Oh, under the badger's wing, that's right. And what do you got next for us?
Well, here I have. Oh, that's.
Oh, wait, no, that's not supposed to be
in
there.
there.
Yeah.
Here we have our lovely camera operator and social media expert, Brother Jess Adams.
Oh,
just-
look at that.
Wow.
His stuff is a Star Wars, isn't he?
This is
That's a Star Wars.
an Earth Star Wars.
Lovely. And let's have a look at this one. Oh, this is Brother Bart Simpson's from The Family Guy.
Isn't that timely? That is such a popular program with young
is.
people.
Correct? Yeah. And what have you got next?
That is fantastic.
It is tremendous.
Here we have,
Oh, look at that.
this is Sister Miss Piggy,
Oh,
and it was sent in by her husband, Brother Kermit.
Brother Kermit. In Hollywood.
Hollywood, California.
I
That
love
is
that.
glamorous.
I feel like they're our first celebrity followers.
Yes, and we are honored to welcome to the church. And thank you. Please visit us at the Church of Roswell Center in Los Angeles, downtown.
Yes. Have a go at the Mind Cube.
Have a go. Oh,
Have a
don't
go.
forget to step into the Mind
Step in
Cube.
the Mind Cube. Oh, I can't wait to unveil that one for you.
Also, if anyone at home has any questions for us or anything they want to share, our brother Doyle always wants to see the flowers you've been working on.
Oh, it's lovely. I do love to see your flowers.
Please feel free to communicate with us via your hand computer.
Excellent.
Ed North says, "You're never sure what you're going to see on a Church of Roswell live stream, but you always feel better after you see."
Oh,
Brother Ed, thank you for tuning in.
what a wonderful brother.
Oh, you are super
Wonderful,
golden.
super golden. Okay, we have great costumes here from Sister Holly and Brother Sean Spike.
Oh!
And I think that's Berthold and Ernie.
Bertolden.
Yeah, and they live in a street in New York City with
It's called
a hairy mammoth and a talking bird.
Poppy Seed Avenue.
Poppy Seed Avenue.
Isn't that lovely? Fantastic.
Yeah, that's next to that. Oh, that's a good one.
Here we have Brother Alden Witt, and he would like us to know this is not a costume. Isn't that just absolutely tremendous?
That's what's under his skin.
That is fantastic.
Okay, next thing. Got some good pictures here.
And thank you to everyone who sent these in.
This one is a piece of art. Can you see this?
Mm-hmm.
This is Candace,
I really, really want to make sure they see this.
age
Because
33.
isn't this
33 years old.
what a talent.
She's really finding her artistic side.
This young woman must be exceptional to, really get the
Gifted.
details.
She's gifted. She's a gifted child.
There are so many wonderful television programs for singers and actors, magicians, but when are we going to see a program showcasing visual artists? How
This
are
could be
visual
that
artists
program.
like this young woman, whoever she may be, supposed to get their break?
Yeah,
I wanna know.
that's enough about her. Okay, so I do love it. As you know, I love it when you send in pictures of the flowers that you're working on.
It sure does.
This is Rich Johnston right here. Rich Johnston. There's flowers in there. There's something blue. I think that might be a bucket.
Oh.
But there are wonderful flowers in there if you read between the lines.
The buckets are really in bloom this time of year.
That's true. That's true.
Here we have, it looks like it's another Star Wars
Look at that.
by Brother Christopher Anderson.
Star Wars.
Isn't that something? And what I love about this is that he's not wearing any pants.
And I believe this is Gareth from the television program Wayne's World.
Oh!
And this was sent in by Brandon Malone, brandishing a mighty sword. Look at that.
How beautiful.
Yeah. Beautiful is the correct word.
This here is, but that's also not,
Wait, that's not supposed
that's
to
not
be.
supposed to be. What happened to my pile?
I think that was from my pile.
Oh, from your private pile.
Now, which one is in costume? I'm gonna throw this out to you guys. Which one is in costume? Because it's gonna surprise you.
It beats me, Brother Doyle.
This is actually a wolf in dog's clothing.
Oh.
You've got to be careful of the wolf in dog's clothing.
Now, what is the difference
This is Addison Howery is the wolf in dog's clothing. And then the fire hydrant, I'm not sure who that is. I think it could just be a fire hydrant.
May I ask you, what is the difference between an earth wolf and an earth dog?
An earth dog wants to kill you and bite your jugular, but you give them food so they don't. And a wolf just does it.
Fantastic.
Yeah. What about you? What's your next one?
Well, here I have something wonderful to share. It's a family affair.
Oh.
And this first photo here is of Brother John Caldwell, who's also celebrating a birthday today.
It's a drinking fountain.
It's actually a waste receptacle.
Oh, I see.
But
I
why
need to change my where I get my water, I suppose.
no, if you install a bidet, you can use your waste receptacle as a drinking fountain, and as you see here,
It's a
he's
little
really
tip.
ready to go.
It's a tip for everyone.
But again, it's a family affair. I wanted to show you that his little sister is also joining in on the fun. This is Sister Jordan Jackson. Aren't they adorable? And could you hold this for just a moment? There's one more wonderful, wonderful moment here.
There's a theme going on.
This is their pet. This is Scooby Poo. And Scooby Poo got in on the fun. It's a family moment.
I think that P is supposed to be a D, but that does look like.
Oh, I read it wrong.
Here you go.
Must have read it upside down and backwards.
And this dog, I found this on the television, so I printed this out. This dog is actually the sheep. The sheep is actually the dog.
Oh.
No, I just thought that it was a particular.
It's like the movie starring Lindsay Lohan, The Parent Trap.
It's exactly like
it's
The
exactly
Parent Trap.
the same.
And this one, this is a turtle. I'm not sure how that got in there. I think that's from my turtle collection. Oh, look. Sister Kelly Shore, Brother Sam Varga actually went to a witch doctor and got turned into sheep, which is a great way to do it. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like they can come back. So now they're going to have to continue their lives as sheep, but they look happy, don't they?
That is commitment to the costume and to the holiday, and I respect it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also, it's not such a bad life.
Oh, wait, this is a good one. This is Sister Michelle Wacker, and it's the Lamb of Love.
How lovely is this?
The Lamb of Love. This time of year, we do love to see the Lamb of Love.
Excellent.
You have some more?
Well, this one's a little difficult for me to talk about.
I'm surprised you brought that one, though.
Well, I went on one date
In real life.
with Edward Wilkinson, and he never called me back. And when we were on the date, he told me that
That's
he
what he was
felt
wearing on
a
the date.
special connection with me, and that he felt things about me that he'd never felt for another woman before. And then after I texted him 30 to 700 times, he never responded to my messages.
Not true one. Ooh. Oh, look at this one. This is a great costume. This is Rachel and Chad Dory. And I love that. And
Incredibly
I'm not
lifelike.
sure who they're supposed to be, but it's beautiful, beautiful work. I think that's the Kardashian.
Yes, it is.
Kim and Kanye Kardashian.
Bless her.
Yeah, excellent. And what have you got there?
Show me some more of your wonderful items.
Oh, here are some flowers that Bill Witt has been working on.
How stunning are these?
I love seeing your flowers. Keep sending those in. Yeah, it's beautiful. And I feel like you have another one. This is a little bit later.
Oh, absolutely. This here is, everyone has been writing in, calling in, dialing in telepathically to ask us about Randy. And I wanted to introduce you to someone very special. And that is Randy's little sister, Briandella, Edwina. And Randy doesn't have a last name, so neither does she. But she's here, and isn't that precious? She's all ready for her ballet recital.
Mm-hmm.
Holiday recital.
That's just wonderful.
Wonderful.
So let's go and get my hand device. I'm going to talk about tricks and treats.
Oh.
What are your favorite tricks and treats?
Wait, who's that?
This is a...
It's Randy.
Oh!
Let me go
Randy.
Get that little rascal.
Well, this is interesting, isn't it? Randy, we've suddenly found Randy. Let's see what Randy has to say for himself after his little escaping act.
Look at him.
Now, the good news is we are broadcasting from a secure location. So any authorities that are trying to find Randy right now won't be able to, but we may turn in Randy for the right reasons, I think. But yeah, Randy, how are you doing? It seems like you've had a bit of a rough time of it.
I've been better. Not gonna lie.
You have been better.
I guess I brought it all upon myself.
You brought it all upon yourself, and we did have this conversation. I'm not going to stand in judgment, but skateboards is what led to your downfall, isn't it?
I should have listened to you, Brother Doyle.
Skateboards.
I did. I drank the drugs.
You drank the milk, powdered milk. I found you with powdered milk all over your nose. Not good. And then you found the milk duds. The milk duds was where it got really, really bad. And now we can't let you anywhere near grocery store, Kroger, or even a vending machine. And I understand. Temptation and addictions are very serious issues, but you don't have to do the mind control, and you don't have to make people's nose bleed just if you think that they're angry at you, because
Don't tell me what to do.
they might make my nose hurt though.
You're not even wearing your nose today.
Randy, you know we love you. We're just worried about you, that's all. We're just worried about you. Your little sister's worried about you. Do you promise to stay away from the skateboard, stay away from the graffitis? Can you just promise us that?
I'll do my best.
Well, good. Well, I feel, what do you think, sister?
I've never known Randy to tell the truth.
That's true. Well,
Why don't you
Randy,
show
we'll
him
be here for you. We will be here. If you ever have problems, we're always going to be here because we don't judge.
At the Church of Roswell, we don't give up on anyone.
We don't give up on
Could
anyone.
you
That's beautiful.
please, why don't you show Randy some of the treats that you have so we can show him what a good little boy
This is what you get if you're good.
gets if he's good, absolutely.
We'll get you as much of this as you want. Toothpaste and orange juice,
Oh, that is a treat.
ice cream. Oh, can you imagine?
Oh, that sounds so
From
good.
Benjamin and Jerry. Yeah, it's good. And I found another one that's nice. Fried chicken candy.
Oh, you wouldn't imagine that as a candy flavor, but I sure would like to put that in my mouth and taste it.
I'm sure we can arrange that. And if
Oh,
anyone has
delightful.
access to these, please do send it to us at our address at the dumpster besides KFC.
Oh.
All
You know,
right.
I brought a treat that I'd like to discuss as well.
Oh, absolutely. Go for it.
These are temptations. And funny fact, temptations are not just for cats. In fact, they're quite delicious. This is my favorite flavor, as you can see, and maybe you can watch Randy for me for a moment.
Randy.
You don't want to let this darling little boy out of your sight for a moment. He's a terrifying young man. This here is a
Terrific.
cat, you'll see, and he's riding on the back of an equine animal. I see that it's a cow, an earth cow, and he's holding a knife and fork. As a friend of mine said, it's a meal and transportation. Isn't that delightful?
Dinner and a movie.
More like dinner and a car.
Okay, well, I need to find a poem here. We had a poem sent in by Little Rosie. When we're talking
Aw.
about be yourself, she's kind of expressing herself, which is lovely. Little Rosie, age 8. I've got to read in her poem. Pigeons. That's what it's called.
Oh.
Pigeons flying, pigeons landing, pigeons on the sunny beach. Pigeons everywhere, floating in the air. Throwing pigeons little crackers. They eat up all the scraps. Some of them have meat inside them, but they still eat that. When they get a taste for flesh, you better go inside, because they will come for you, no matter where you hide. She's very good at rhyming.
She is a talent, a natural
Adorable.
talent.
Pecking through your windows, pecking through your doors, pecking through your rib cage, with beaks as sharp as swords, pecking through your rib bones, right into your tummy, eating your appendix out, yummy, yummy, yummy. Perhaps recently she had appendix surgery, she's a bit trauma.
Understandable.
Guts, 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 blood, 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 blood. Make sure I'm reading this right. Blood and guts, guts and blood. Wonderful vocabulary for an 8-year-old. Guts and guts, blood and blood. Rib cages with guts coming out of them, getting eaten by pigeons. I love kitties and rainbows and turtles, but their shells aren't that strong because hammers break them. Oh, I think that's just her talking. I think it ended with pigeons, the poem. That was tremendous, wasn't it?
Excellent.
Wasn't it? Lovely.
Fantastic. So many talented people in the Church
There's
of
so many
Roswell.
talented people.
Randy, do you see what you could do if you tried?
Oh, don't
Oh,
put
I think I
pressure
hurt
on
his
Randy.
feelings. I'm sorry, Randy.
V. Lee says, I am obsessed with you perfectly normal humans.
Thank you for noticing that we are, in fact, very human.
Very human.
Thank you, my friend.
All humans do
Boulder
that.
bird lover enjoyed the poem. Very
Oh.
As did I. That was just incredible.
Oh, well, that poor little girl. I mean, not poor little girl. my language receptors messed up a bit, but yeah, wonderful little girl. So, what are our favorite tricks and treats? I have some questions for you.
Oh, how excellent.
Trick or treat? Dog treat. When you've tried a dog treat, was it a trick or a treat for you?
Well, I like to taste and try everything, but I do, as I said earlier, I prefer the cat treats. Absolutely. They're smaller and they have a better mouthfeel.
There's a better mouthfeel.
They do.
Benno83 says, hello.
Hello.
Hello, Benno.
Hello.
That way around. Did it that way around
That
today.
didn't work.
Janet Smith says Reg's Coffee House was playing The Witcher, so I had to look up the band. Love it.
Oh, thank you,
Thank
Bitches
you.
Coffee House. Any other coffee houses up there want to play The Witcher? We give you our permission.
Or if you'd like to send us a box of piping hot coffee, we
Or-
would love that.
That would be wonderful. Or pictures of your flowers that you're working on would be great as well. Rice Krispie treats with stones in them. Trick or treat.
Oh. Are they kidney stones or regular stones?
Let's just say kidney stones.
Kidney stones.
Will you get a kidney stone if you eat a kidney stone? Will it stay in your special place?
We're going to need to call in our special team of scientists to answer that question.
Well, anybody know if you eat a kidney stone, will that end up as a kidney stone, and then you can go through the whole joyful process again?
There is in the human body more than one hole in which humans excrete, and it could
really?
come out of the second excretion
The
tunnel.
yes, the
That's
belly
also
the belly
possible.
button.
Yes.
Okay, how about Rice Krispie treats with rabbit droppings in them?
Are the rabbits dropping the Rice Krispie treats, or are
I
there?
think that's what that meant. That's what that meant.
I don't see any harm in that.
No, I don't see any harm in that. How about tricks? How about dog tricks? When a dog does a trick,
Yes.
that's a trick. That's a treat for you.
I'm not
I
a
feel like you like
guy.
dogs. You don't like dogs.
I do like dogs.
Do they growl at you when you walk by? Because
I
they
love
can
all
sense the true
animals.
sense of.
I find that animals don't always respond well to me. They bark and they hiss and they growl and they shriek. Oh, doesn't that just happen to everyone though?
Yeah, it
Animals
doesn't
are
happen
difficult.
to me, because I have a good heart. I think that's what the difference is, maybe.
I think it's
What about
probably because
tricks?
you poison them.
Tricks where you accidentally die. Do you like those tricks, or do you not like those ones? Because we've had a few of those over our lifetimes.
I'm no longer in fear of that.
Oh, that's wonderful. We should write a song about that.
Absolutely.
Well, I think we're kind of at the end of everything. I was wanting to ask the people out there, what celebrity guests would you like to see? Would you like to see Benjamin Affleck? Would you like to see Jack Bowers? Sybil Shepherd? I think there's some current people. Technotronic featuring Yao Kid K. Vanilla Ice Cube. That would be interesting.
Vanilla iced tea is also one
Vanilla
of my
iced tea.
favorites.
Napalm Death. Carrot Top. Maybe Martika. Or Mr. T. I love Mr. T. He chooses the greatest roles. Everything he does touches to gold. The A-Team, everything he touches.
You forgot all about Cisco.
Cisco!
Not only an operating system, but also the singer of songs about undergarments.
Oh, that's a beautiful, beautiful thing to think about. So, send in your celebrity guests that you think would fit well on this show.
I want to meet Rosie, the little girl that wrote the poem right
Oh,
Your
yeah.
bird lover votes Mr. T.
Mr. T.
Mr. T. Okay. Mr. T would be a wonderful guest, wouldn't he?
He absolutely would. Absolutely.
Now, do we have anything else to tell our friends today?
We just very much appreciate you supporting the Church of Roswell and everything we're trying to accomplish.
Which is
Our
not,
plan
which is not world domination
which is not, no,
by
only to
another
dominate.
alien race. That's not what we're
No,
trying
no,
to do.
no. Only to dominate with love, caring, understanding, and uniting all people as one.
And hit the singing group charts #1.
Number one.
Thank you, and keep listening to The Witcher and do whatever you do, because we love that you do it.
Super golden. Have a double star day.
Double star.